Howdy, howdy, neighbors. This is DJ Davenport, welcoming you and yours to Access to Bluegrass, a bluegrass show brought to you every week at this time by this station. And here is a fine bluegrass band playing their little hearts out for you. And with no further ado, here they are.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you very much. And folks, welcome to another program of Access to Bluegrass. I tell you, it's certainly an honor and a privilege to be up here with y'all folks this afternoon, and we hope that somewhere during our show that we're going to do something to put a smile on your face and make you pat your foot a little bit, but most important, make your heart feel happy inside. Folks, I want to take just a second and introduce the Millers Creek Band to you, and all the guys and lady that will be putting on the show for you. Folks over here on my right, and depending on which way you're standing looking at the television, maybe on your right or maybe on your left, this young man right here is only 16 years old, but I tell you, he's probably one of the youngest rising stars traveling the bluegrass circuit today. He makes his home down in Franklin, North Carolina, and I tell you, it's really a blast to be playing music with this young man these days. Folks, from Franklin, North Carolina, Mr. Jacob Parrish. And bringing over here, playing the 5-string banjo on my left, I tell you, not only is she one of the prettiest faces going in bluegrass music today, without a doubt, she's probably one of the hardest driving banjo pickers and one of the most beautiful voices in bluegrass music today. Folks, this is Jacob Parrish's mom from Franklin, North Carolina as well, Miss Teresa Lovell. A young man back here on the big upright bass fiddle, folks. I tell you, this hadn't been playing with him too long. Actually, about 3 days. Walked up on the bus to leave out to come to Michigan to do a bluegrass festival, and I found somebody that was laying there in my bed. And, it wasn't me, but I tell you, it's been an honor to be traveling with this young man for the past 3 days, and I tell you, I hope he's with us for a long, long time to come. Folks, he's a wonderful bass man and a wonderful singer as well. He makes his home way down in South Georgia. What'd you tell me your name was? Mr. Tony Brown.
Don't forget about yourself.
Yeah, the leader of the group, I'd have to say.
Later.
Well, you always tell me I'm your mama.
Well, you are my mom. You're just scared to admit it.
I'm maybe the den mother. I'd like to make welcome to our show, please, if you would welcome Mr. Ken Scoggins from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Son.
I tell you, folks, if you never traveled in a band with a lady before, I tell you, it certainly is an experience. It used to be a bunch of guys traveling up and down the road, but now, as a lady, we had to tear the bathroom out of the bus and put a powder room in there. And now in the morning when you get up, the bus smells like perfume and hairspray, but I tell you, it's certainly been an experience. This next song we want to do for you, ladies and gentlemen, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is an old Webb Pierce song, and this sounds about as honky-tonkin' as you can possibly get, and I tell you, if this one right here don't make you cry, I don't think nothing will. It's one called Misery Loves Company. I just left my home place where I couldn't sleep for missing a woman that I couldn't keep. She just walked out and left me for somebody else. Now her memory keeps haunting me when I'm by myself. Now break out the bottle, bring on the crowd, tell funny stories, turn the jukebox up loud. Come on, sit at my table where the drinks are on me. Gather round me, 'cause misery loves company. Suffered myself, help me get over this love will have. gracious. That one right there almost made me start crying myself. Folks, but to liven it up a little bit and make it just a little bit happier. I hope you enjoyed that song. I tell you, that's one of my favorite ones to sing, and it brings a lot of things to mind. This one right here, we're going to get a bass player up to do for you, and it's a song I think he does an exceptional job on, and I hope that you enjoy it as well. It's one called Tennessee 1949. I think it's old Larry Sparks' number. You got your vocal cords cleaned up, Tony?
I suppose.
Let it roll, man.
I wonder if it's raining in the mountains. I wonder how the old home looks today. And is the church still there beside the river? If I went back to my mama lay, does life still go to sleep just after sunset? Are the grapes still as big on the vine? Do old men sit and talk about the old days, the way they did in 1949? Whoa, 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 how I'd like to be back in the hills of Tennessee. Whoa, 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 it would be so fine if I could just go back to 1949. I wonder if by chance they might remember a teenage boy so wild and fancy free, who always loved guitars and country music. If I went back, would they remember me? I wonder what became of Catherine Akers, the girl that broke my heart at 17. I barely can remember what she looked like. 30 years ago, she was my dream. Whoa, 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 how I'd like to be back in the hills of Tennessee. Whoa, 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 it would be so fine if I could just go back to 1949. For many years I've searched this wide world over, what I don't recall and couldn't find. Now I'm searching pictures in my memory. Tennessee in 1949. Whoa, 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 how I'd like to be back in the hills of Tennessee. Whoa, 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 it would be so fine if I could just go back to 1949. If I could just go back to 1949.
Hey, wonderful job, folks, I tell you. Tony, you do that so pretty, man. I tell you, we want to keep the show rolling and speed it up just a little bit. I tell you, we're going to do one right here, but back way yonder years ago, I tell you, all y'all folks was watching the program probably remembers a gentleman by the name of Jimmy Rogers. He was known as a singing brakeman, and I reckon he was probably one of the first true recorded country music stars that ever was. And he wrote a lot of neat little songs he called Blue Yodels, and we're going to do one for you this afternoon. I'll tell you, I don't know what number Blue Yodel this is, but it's one called Brakeman Blues. And I always thought the neat thing about Jimmy Rogers songs is when you sing them, it's almost like all the verses are interchangeable. So if you happen to forget one, you can just pick a verse from another song and go on with it. It's one called the Brakeman Blues. Are y'all ready? JP, you ready?
Yeah.
I wish you wouldn't talk so much, man. That way I can get a word in edgewise. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, Portland, Maine is just the same as sunny Tennessee. Oh, Portland, Maine is just the same as sunny Tennessee. You please hang my head. It's home sweet home to me. Get your breakfast here, get your dinner in New Orleans. Get your breakfast here, get your dinner in New Orleans. Gonna get me a woman, Lord ain't never seen. If the trains catch on fire, and it ain't the water around. If the trains catch on fire, and it ain't the water around. Pitch the trunk out the window, let it burn right on down. Now where were you, woman, when the train pulled through the shed? Where were you, woman, when the train pulled through the shed? Just hanging at Nashville, and wishing I were dead. Well, Portland, Maine is just the same as sunny Tennessee. Oh, Portland, Maine is just the same as sunny Tennessee. You know, please hang my head. It's home sweet home to me. Yodely, oh, little lady, yodely. Gracious me. Are you sure it's in A, Teresa? She come up behind me and she whispered, she says, this is in A. Don't do it in the wrong key.
Somebody's got
You make me sing too loud. Folks, this is I can't remember where I got this song from, but I think it's old Larry Sparks' song, and it's a song I always enjoyed doing, and it's got one of those love meanings behind it. And me and Teresa's going to get together on this one. I hope you enjoy it. It's one called I Don't Want Your Rambling Letters.
You sure?
Now, I don't want no rambling letters.
Okay.
Papa said you'd come home soon, and Mother warned me I'm so tired of long distance kisses. Love by mail is oh so cold. All I want is your heart, darling. So our love just can't go on. I don't want your rambling letters. Don't want your picture in a frame. All I want is you in person. Won't you let me change your name? All I want is you in person. Won't you let me change your name? Tell him about the next song, Mr. Asa.
Woohoo! It's in A2. The next song's in A2, Ken. We're going to get Tony up to the mic for y'all and do one. This is one of my favorite songs, and it might be because I'm from the Blue Ridge Mountains down near there. This one's entitled The Blue Ridge Mountain Girl, and we think he does a real good job on it. We hope you do too.
Easy now. Easy.
I ain't gonna hit you, I promise.
You sure?
It sure is cold here in Chicago. Wind can cut you like a knife. Another day, another dollar. What a way to spend your life. She was young and I was restless, so I set out to see the world. Left my home in old Virginia and my Blue Ridge Mountain girl. I can see her standing by the window. There's nothing sadder in the world than to see those green eyes all red from crying on my Blue Ridge Mountain girl. In my hand I hold a letter, said she made a pretty bride. As I lay here in the darkness, she lies by another side. I got money in my pocket, diamond rings that I wear, but I trade all the spinning for all the gold that's in her hair. I could see her standing by the window. There's nothing sadder in the world than to see those green eyes all red from crying on my Blue Ridge Mountain girl. I can see her standing by the window. There's nothing sadder in the world than to see those green eyes all red from crying on my Blue Ridge Mountain girl. Than to see those green eyes all red from crying on
Folks, I want to take a second and do a gospel song for you. You know, we never like to let a set get by without doing a gospel song. And this song right here is one that I picked off an old Jimmy Martin record back years ago, and I never heard him do it on stage, but I've always loved this song because I think it's got such a powerful message in it, and I hope you enjoy it as well. It's one called Don't Fill a Drunkard's Grave. And the thunder roared and the sky turned a purple haze, and the hand of God rose before my eyes. Don't fill a drunkard's grave. Don't fill a drunkard's grave. Don't fill a drunkard's grave. And the hand of God rose before my eyes. Don't fill a drunkard's grave. Whiskey is a devil and love is a Lord. If you should miss your heaven, this will be your reward. You'll end up in a burning hell if drinking's all you crave. And if you should miss your heaven, you'll fill a drunkard's grave. Don't fill a drunkard's grave. Don't fill a drunkard's grave. And the hand of God rose before my eyes. Don't fill a drunkard's grave. Don't fill a drunkard's grave. Don't fill a drunkard's grave. And the hand of God rose before my eyes. Don't fill a drunkard's grave. Teresa, how about a little bit clinch mountain back step to close it out?
We can do it.
Get right there in 8, don't you?
All right.
Let it roll. We'll see you later, folks.
Looks like the old clock on the wall's caught up with us, and it's time to pack up our gear and get out of here and let another fine program come on. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate that. And we appreciate the cards and letters and emails and telephone calls, whatever. We really appreciate those, folks. It makes this all worthwhile. And we want to thank our people behind the scenes, our whole crew. There's a bunch of them, so I can't name all of them. Until next time, this is DJ Davenport wishing you and yours the very, very best. And take care of one another. You couldn't take care of nicer people. Bye.